Hey Mary, and welcome back to another episode of Outer Wilds. We're really in the end game now. We almost know everything that we can learn about the Nomai, and there's only a few more locations for us to go. And before we get to it, obviously we can do a recap, and believe me, there's a lot to recap because last episode was crazy. Okay, so in the last episode we explored the comet. We made our way down to the core, and we found out what had killed all the Nomai. We had been speculating that something cataclysmic had happened, since a lot of them kind of just seemed to have dropped dead. A lot of them were dead in their beds, or, we found skeletons of Nomai who had died in their beds. And everything was very, very strange. And sure enough, we found out that the ghost matter littered around the solar system all came from the interloper. More specifically, it had once been all densely packed inside of the core, which ruptured, instantaneously flooding the solar system and killing all of the Nomai at once, which is very upsetting. But immediately after, we made our own pilgrimage to the quantum moon. And honestly, it was really freaky, but we did move around. We found that the quantum moon kind of reflects, visually, it kind of takes on the characteristics of whatever planet it's orbiting. And so when we eventually got to the eye, we kind of got to see what the eye apparently looks like. We couldn't see it ourselves just because of the thick atmosphere, but apparently it's going to be kind of similar in nature to the shards that we've seen, the quantum shards that have been littered around the solar system, and it has some type of cloud funnel on it. So that's interesting. We don't really know what to make of it yet, but very cool. Not as cool as meeting Solanum there, a living Nomai. Now, time gets kind of funky, as we kind of discussed, which is why we were able to have this encounter at all. And it turns out that Solanum wasn't entirely alive. Things got kind of weird because, obviously, we were dealing in quantum stuff. But we were able to find a way to communicate, and she told us some cool stuff, aside from the fact that she doesn't think that she's entirely alive. We confirmed the fact that the quantum moon was originally the Eye's moon. And, of course, all of the stuff that I had said previously, that visually what we were seeing was a reflection of the Eye itself, which just absolutely crazy. And I think this episode is maybe not going to reach the same peaks, but it's certainly going to be riding off that high, since as we can see, everything is really connected now. And there's only a couple more question marks. If you remember from the first episode, when we have a question mark on here, that just means we haven't seen it yet. So the vessel, Escape Pod 3, obviously the Ashwin project, although we do know how to get down to it, we're just saving that for later, and Feldspar. So, all of these missing ones that we can access right now are all on Dark Bramble. And that will be our next destination. Although, and before I get started, I do just want to really quickly warn you, my love, Dark Bramble is a legitimately scary planet. And there's a good chance that we'll be jump scared at some point when exploring. And just to, for your sake, I'm not really gonna try to, up until this point, I've been kind of feigning ignorance as far as the puzzles. Obviously, I've played this game before. I know all the solutions to the puzzles. I know the story and all that stuff. For Dark Bramble, though, I'm gonna try to just get through it as much as possible. In fact, I'm hoping to get everything done in this episode. But yeah, if ever something in, if ever a jump scare is about to come up, I promise to tell you. If not verbally, then I will put a little prompt on screen, just so you aren't surprised. I'm going to do my best to avoid them, though. So, yeah, I will see you there, and I will explain a bit more when we get in there, so, yeah. Okay, we are approaching the planet, and I want to start a little bit earlier just because, well, there's not really a surface for us to land on, and there goes the interloper. As we had heard, back on the Owl Rock, Dark Bramble itself isn't actually a planet. It's the plant that seems to have taken over whatever planet was originally here. It seems to have been some type of icy, barren planet, and some plant started growing out of its core and kind of just tore it apart. And if the seed we found on Timberhearth is any indication, I would say that's where Timberhearth is going next. And the music has stopped. Great. And, yeah, there's not really much to do aside from, well, venturing into its center here. And from what we saw by shooting our scout into the seed on Timberhearth, space gets kind of funky here. It seems to be bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, as though it has some type of pocket dimension or something. And yeah, even the gravity is pretty low here, see? Crazy. And a lot of people like to go into here with their ship. And honestly, it's not a bad idea, but I guess the only... I can be quieter. That's all I'll say for now. Because, oh boy. So we know that there are anglerfish in Dark Bramble. And, if the lights are any indication, yeah. We are not alone in here. But you don't have to worry because we do have a guide. It's very foggy and spooky, but if you remember, Feldspar is in here somewhere, maybe. Or at least we can hear his harmonica, and so if we whip out our signal scope, we can maybe track him. Yes! Okay. And, yeah, there's the crazy part of the puzzle. Some of these are anglerfish. Some of them are the way. We will hear the breathing of the anglerfish, though, so, you know. I'm sorry, my love. I hated this part when I originally got to it, but it is necessary. And I promise this isn't an anglerfish. It's, yeah, see, a seed. We are going to be running into some later, but hopefully they won't hear us. And also, there is a decent chance we'll run out of time or oxygen, and oh boy, here we go. And if that's the case, I will just teleport, or not teleport, just cut back. Oh fuck, I hate this planet. I fucking hate this planet. Okay, we gotta go down there. And you have to be very quiet, since if you remember what we found out on Ember Twin, anglerfish are blind. So, if we just don't make any noise, they shouldn't be able to hear us. And that's why I didn't come in with my ship. The only issue is that we're going to be battling against oxygen. Okay, I think we're okay. Just gotta go through here now. And hopefully, if we can find Feldspar, we know that he has some type of camp. I remember seeing a tree. And I think we may have found him. The fog in here is different. It's like grayer? So let's see if we're right. This might be a bit scary, my love, but remember, this one's dead. Okay. Here we are. We're right where we saw the probe go. And, we see the seed, and we can hear... Yes, there he is! Feldspar! We found him after all this time! A lead we'd heard about all the way back in the first episode. And here they are. Whoa! Where'd you come from? No one's come here in, well, ever, actually. That makes you the second Hearthian to ever reach Dark Bramble. After me, of course. Well done! Say, it's you! They made you an astronaut? And you haven't blown yourself up yet. Good for you. Feldspar, you're alive! You never were the brightest hatchling, were you? Yeah, that's right. I'm alive. Been camping out here since my ship, crashed violently. Hey, that's just like me. You crashed, but you're the greatest pilot in Earthian history. I haven't lived in polite society for a while, so I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that wasn't sarcasm. My story goes like this. I just finished exploring the core of Giant's Deep, and I wanted to try my hand at Dark Bramble, seeing as no one's ever been before. Getting around in Dark Bramble was easy, mind you. Once you've dodged one massive interdimensional vine bursting with thorns, you've dodged them all. But after a while, I run into this huge anglerfish. You seen him? Big gnarly things. And this was the biggest one I've ever seen. I pulled a few stunts trying to shake the thing off. Nothing too fancy. I'm going full speed when the fish clips me, knocks me into a vine, and well, like I said, I crash. Blammo! Wow, cool reference. On impact, my ship starts making noises like it's coming apart from the inside, and I think, well, that ain't great. Sure enough, I barely get out of there before the electrical system starts sparking like crazy. It's either move fast or die unpleasantly, so I had to put a little distance between me and my poor fried ship. I camped out near where I crashed first, found this skeleton later. Great find. Would have been stupid not to use it. So I moved my setup over here and planted my emergency tree seeds. Been here ever since. I can't believe you didn't die. You know, in the old days, I used to think the same thing every time I came back from a flight in one piece. These days, I'm used to it. Anyways, that's how it all went down, Hatchling. Story's over, but feel free to stay and enjoy the fire while. Or don't. Fire's not going anywhere. Yeah, so, I mean, normally with the other travelers, we kind of would just, not brush them off, but keep them in our hearts as we journeyed around. But with Feldspar, I mean, we gotta jump through a lot of hoops to get to him. So, I'm gonna take advantage of this meeting. Yeah, here we go. I mean, we already know how to reach the core, but let's just see what Feldspar's got to say. Giant Steep's core, huh? Ah, that was a wild one. But since you're asking, I gotta assume you haven't made it down there yourself yet. Right? Right. If I tell you how, it kind of feels like cheating. On a completely unrelated note, that sure was a big hollow vine my ship crashed into. Yep. If I were you, I'd go take a walk and see where it ends. You'll want to go to the tail end of this anglerfish skeleton here, and look for flickering lights in the fog. That'll be my old ship. Path starts there. Yeah, so if it's kind of expected, as he kind of implied by telling us that it would be like cheating, it's kind of expected that we had figured out the jellyfish puzzle ourselves just based on what we found on Giant's Deep. But there is an additional hint here if we hadn't figured it out yet, and we can explore that in a bit. Where is your ship? Not far from here. As a matter of fact, if you go straight past the tail of this anglerfish skeleton, you'll see a flickering light in the fog. Follow that and you'll find my old ship. Or what's left of it, anyway. What happened to this anglerfish? Oh, the skeleton? It was like this when I got here. As near as I can tell, this anglerfish must have been chewing on the vine and eating a seed. And then that seed grew and grew in the poor fish's stomachs until this happened. Gross, huh? The skeleton was a good find. Keeps the fish away. See, they're territorial, so they mostly avoid each other. That's why I set up camp here. Oh god. Shouldn't I tell ground control to come get you? Well, yeah, sure, whenever you have time. Frankly, I kind of like it out here. Quiet, peaceful-ish. You're a little too young to understand, but it's a lot of pressure being the best that ever was. Been nice to have a brace. Okay, and I think that's mostly it. I guess we can ask him where to explore, but, I mean, that's the spirit. Anyway's good, but you should know that that space is weird here, intensely. Ever tried throwing your scout into one of these weird seeds? See there with the little opening? It's just big enough to launch one through. Your scout tracker will tell you the scout is in two places at once, but I don't think that's wrong exactly, because space doesn't work right in here. That seed looks small, see? But inside it's bigger. Much bigger. I've had a lot of time to think about this, and my theory is space in Dark Bramble kind of expands as you go through each sphere. That's why it's bigger inside those seeds. Well, that's my theory. Keep that in mind while you're exploring Dark Bramble, and keep that in mind while you're exploring Dark Bramble, and maybe you won't get lost inside forever. Good luck. Yeah, sorry if I'm a bit rusty. I haven't recorded one of these in a while. But yeah, that's kind of. Actually, we can refuel too. That's probably something we'll be needing later. Where does this even go, actually? This goes to... Not seeing anything just yet. Oh. Huh. That seems a bit counterproductive, but oh well. Also, how does that make sense? Anyways, is that everything we need from Feldspar? I think so. You know, let's just tell them that the anglerfish are blind. That might help them. Aha, so the blasted things do have a weakness. Meaning my fly as fast as I can approach to dealing with them could have used a bit of more thought behind it. Ah, well, at least they didn't eat me. All's well that ends well. Hey, hatchling? Yeah, man, yo mama. Okay, let's go. He said that, yeah, as we can see, there's a flashing light in the fog here. And we don't have to worry about anglerfish around here. Just like, Feldspar said, they're territorial, so they won't come near this dead one, I guess. And there is a hollow vine, just like he said. It's kind of hard to tell how red the sun is at this point, so I'm gonna try to move pretty quickly. And uh-oh, what the? Ow. Okay, we're out of the fog at the very least. Where are we? We are somewhere icy. Oh, okay. We're outside the planet now. This is the same ice that was on the surface? Is that the right word? And a jellyfish. How convenient. Trip 4? Entry number I'm gonna say not 1. Crashes 3. Boring crashes 0. A personal best. Whoa, ho! Never thought I'd see one of these beasties outside of Giant's Deep. They were awfully useful back there. Maybe a jellyfish could be useful here too? Blah, this thing tastes terrible. The outside is all rubbery and tough. Maybe that's because it insulates the jellyfish insides from getting zapped by electricity? Right, I'm going inside this jellyfish's interior cavities to see if what's in there tastes any better. Yeah, so this is where we would have known for sure what to do in the core if we hadn't figured it out earlier. I guess he had a pickaxe. Wow, okay. Note to Feldspar, do not eat this, even if you are dying. It would be too sad if this were the last thing you ever ate in this life. I guess these jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. Again, do not eat. Love, Feldspar. Okay, so don't eat them, noted. Luckily for us, we don't really seem to need to eat at all, actually. Or drink. Or really do anything that, like, aside from just fly around and crash our ship. So that's cool. But we didn't really learn anything new here. Nothing that we haven't already figured out, at least. But it's good to have, like, some extra confirmation, since that puzzle is kind of one of the more tricky ones. I would say it's up there with the tower puzzle, where we have to let it fall through the black hole so we can explore it a bit. But yeah, it is possible to figure it out. I mean, and it also tells us one thing, well, I don't know if it actually explicitly tells us this, but, these jellyfish are originally from Dark Bramble. The ones that we saw on Giant's Deep are invasive. In a similar way to the anglerfish being on Embertwin, somehow they seem to get around. I have no idea how, and I don't know if it's ever explicitly explained, but they somehow do. Luckily, the jellyfish aren't violent like the anglerfish. Oh boy. We're going to be seeing a bit more of that, probably in the next loop. I have no idea how much time is left in this one, though. I don't think a lot. So we could probably just explore around Feldspar's camp a bit more, because there is another big thing in Dark Bramble. As we had learned, Escape Pod 3 never actually got out. Am I going the right way? Yes, I think so. Escape Pod 3 never actually got out. And so if we can find it, we might be able to find some more Nomai, or at least find out what happened to the Nomai that never escaped. Although I feel prospects are grim. And also the vessels here, apparently, or the remnants of the vessel, since as we heard, it's apparently very damaged. Whoa. And actually, just because I'm trying to fill time here. Whoa, there we go. I can tell you another, like, obscure little detail. So, the only animals, I guess, in here are the anglerfish. And a lot of people speculated on how they could possibly survive. Since, as we know in from the skeleton on Ember Twin, they can starve to death. And so it begs the question, like, what are they eating if, you know, they're the only thing here? And if we go out kind of far and just stop, we might see them floating. We might start seeing them, like, float around, maybe? Yes, see, you can see the little particles. There's, like, little wormies in the air. And apparently that's what they eat. They're kind of like filter feeders, I guess, but, I mean, look at that biology. They definitely have the capability to kill us if they want. And I guess more explicitly, if they can hear us, which I hope won't happen. When I was going through this part of the game my first time, I had such a rough time. Like, I know you know that I'm scared of crocodiles. And a big reason of why I'm scared of crocodiles is because, like, you'll never see them coming until they're, like, right there, right? If you're, like, underwater, you can't hear them coming. You can't see them, really. And, oh, God, and it's kind of like the exact same issue. Because it's so foggy in here, right? Like, I could be staring one in the face right now, and you wouldn't know until it was too late. And so I had such a bad time going through this part. And even now, like, I'm always on edge in here. It's just freaky. I'm surprised we got through this as quickly as we did, though. I guess we could just keep talking with Feldspar. I hate to be filling time like this, my love, but the other thing in Dark Bramble, we definitely won't have time for. And I think it'd be better to save it all for another loop. So for now, let's just keep talking with Feldspar. I do want to make sure that we don't miss anything as far as, like, ship logs go. So, oh, okay, I can hear the music starting up, so maybe this is good timing. I went to the core of Giant's Deep, so you figured out the old tornado trick, did you? Good work. I found that bit out by accident, but let's keep that between you and me, hey? Hornfells would have my very handsome head if they knew I'd been riding the cyclones again. The ship's fragile, it can break! You can't subject it to extreme conditions. Not like I was flying the thing into the sun now, was I? Oh man, yeah, who would ever do that? And the jellyfish, you figured out those too. Hatchling, I'll tell you what, you've done really well for yourself. You're a fine astronaut, sure, but you might become a pilot yet. Thanks, Feldspar. I found the frozen jellyfish near your ship. Ha, so the old thing's still there, is it? That's where I first camped out after the crash. You know, it was pretty cozy inside. It does lack the structural integrity and indomitable spirit of a camp made in the shelter of the very bones of the species that try to eat you, I suppose. Still, very cozy. Yeah, man, I can see it. But we can... Oh, I'm floating around. We will be using these seeds more, and we can keep his hint in mind going forward. But, for now, I guess we just have to wait for the supernova to come claim us. And actually, I'm not sure if we're going to actually get killed by the supernova. As, I didn't really talk about this much last time, but if we're ever out of range of the supernova when it goes off, our screen kind of just, like, goes all icy. And that's mostly just because our memories are being sent back even though we hadn't died. Because, again, the supernova powers the Ash Twin project. So once it's, like, reached a certain point, we just get sent back anyways. Although, I can actually hear it coming, so maybe we will just die in the normal way. Huh. Okay, we're back. Sorry for all the stalling last time, my love. This time, I think things will be a little bit more exciting. And, unfortunately, we are definitely going to be seeing the anglerfish this time, so prepare yourself. Okay, I will see you back on Dark Bramble. Okay, here we are, and actually, I am going to fly my ship in, but just, like, the first little bit. Just because, again, oh, fuck. Yeah, it's kind of loud. I'm just going to leave it floating right here. Okay. There's a very good chance that I'm going to suffocate this time. But if we leave our ship here, we might be able to come back and like refuel and stuff. But we can actually do the same thing that we had, like the same technique we had been using to find Feldspar. But remember, the escape pod is here somewhere. There it is. Okay. Very unsettling sound for a very unsettling place. So now we just have to head that way. And maybe we can find escape pod 3, or what's left of it, since again, prospects are grim. I don't remember any mention of them actually like meeting up with the Nomai from Dark Bramble, so I'm guessing whatever we're about to come across is not good. But we do see the same. Okay. There's like a red one too. Okay, so we are in the right one, but we, I think there are anglerfish here, and actually, the brambles are moving. Okay, it should be just over here. I'm trying to go fast because again, we have limited oxygen. I really hope there's oxygen in here, actually. Oh, down there. Oh, wait, I think I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Okay. Here it is. Escape pod 3. Okay. Just as we had heard, it never escaped Dark Bramble. And it seems fairly intact, actually. Whoa. Got my bearings here. We can get this signature. Okay. And here we go. Whoa, okay. Right off the bat, we have a little record thingy here. So let's see what it has to say. Our escape pod crashed as we tried to flee this place, destroying our movement and communication capabilities in the progress. We've held out as long as we could here, but this pod's supply of breathable air is nearly depleted, and the anglerfish attack more and more frequently. Our best chance at survival is to return to the vessel, to either repair the damage, or more probably, await rescue. Seka, is the message finished? The vessel's beacon is already growing fainter, and it will be gone in a matter of hours. We need to leave here quickly. Okay, so interesting. There's a chance that maybe they made it back to the vessel, who apparently we also want to find. Okay, and here we go. We have some more stuff here. Escape pod 3. Vessel has been mortally injured. Emergency sequence activated, awaiting departure from vessel. Now launching escape pod 3. Multiple collisions have altered the pod's trajectory. Significant damage to the pod detected. Navigation error, life support error, propulsion error. Oops. Scanning external environment. Scan complete. Gravity not detected. Breathable air not detected. Multiple life forms detected. Potentially hostile. Verdict, do not exit pod. Spooky. And we do have another one of these. I feel like I'm probably going to suffocate, but that's okay. I'll just cut back when it happens. There is a new problem. Our equipment is detecting 2 distinct beacons from the vessel. But it isn't possible for the vessel to be in 2 different locations at the same time. I agree, but the beacons are exactly identical to each other. Perhaps if I had more time. We're nearly out of time already, Din. The vessel's beacon is quickly fading. Soon it will be gone and we will be lost. We will follow the beacon whose source is nearest to us. But suppose that beacon is false. We likely don't have enough air to reach the further of the 2 beacons, Din. The decision is made for us. We'll leave a trail of lights as we go. There's still a chance someone could hear our escape pod's distress signal. Okay. Emergency escape hatch. So apparently there will be a... Yes, a trail of lights. Okay. So this will maybe lead us to the vessel. Hopefully. But I don't remember the name Din or Seka ever coming up again in the logs, so let's not get our hopes up. Oh. Yeah, okay. That's upsetting. To any who come here searching for us, we followed one of the 2 beacons from the vessel to this place, but now can't go any further. It's almost too faint to hear now, but the vessel's beacon is still faintly emitting from within this thorny seed, yet the opening is too small for even a single nomai to fit through it, so our escape pod couldn't have flown through here. I don't understand how this could be possible, but this gruesome place seems able to manipulate space itself. Maybe this was our undoing. To be so close to the location of the vessel, and still so far is difficult. Worse, the vessel's beacon is dying. Soon we will be unable to hear it. There is nothing we can do now but try to perhaps find a way inside, or at least attempt to comprehend why this happened. My dearest hope is that the other escape pods were able to reach relative safety. Yeah, so we know what happened to the nomai. The ones on escape pod 3, and actually if we look, some of them were hugging as they died. But apparently the vessel is on the other side of this seed, and if it works like any of the other ones we've seen so far, sure enough, there it is. We can see it, just like the diagrams. And if only we could track it somehow, then we could find it. And actually, I'm almost out of oxygen. Doesn't seem good. But, yes, sure enough, actually, we can track it using our scout. I guess it's time to leave the nomai and see if we can make it ourselves. Although, again, prospects don't seem great. I did leave my ship, so I think maybe there's a chance that we can make it back, but... Oh boy, okay, hold on. Brace yourself, my love. Fuck. Go. Go, oh fuck, I hate the breathing. I hate the breathing. Okay, there's a chance, because this should just leave me outside. And then I just have to go back in, and go to my ship. Oh, I think I'm gonna just barely not make it. Oh yeah, my ship's gone. That's okay. I hate this planet, but I'll meet you back here. Okay. Oops, I missed. There we go. Okay. Through the red one. Oh, yeah, right, fuel. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, that's okay. We're not going to be using any when we go by the anglerfish. Okay. Brace yourself, my love. There's 3 of them right at the opening here, so... And this is why I didn't bring my ship in. Because getting past these guys is difficult. I wish I was going faster. Oh god, is touching one good? Oh god, is touching it gonna activate it? Oh fuck! Oh shit! Okay. I'm not gonna move for a while, I'm gonna be honest. Not until I don't hear the breathing anymore. Because if we use our rockets, they can hear us, and it's very scary. That's all I'll say. It plays a really loud noise, and they start chasing us, so... And, for now, I'm not going to explore this red thing up here. Actually, wait, we're passing it by right now anyways. When I first came here, I had no idea what these were. Okay, I'm going to use my rockets. Okay, we're good. I had no idea what these were. I was like, what the hell? Because, you know, like, this is the only light that's different. The red one, I mean. And, these are eggs. So. Oh, there's one right over there. Okay. Yeah, so let's get away from those, damn. And keep making our way over here. Are we safe? I think we're safe. Okay. I hate that part. Like, I hate it. And the worst part is, it's not the last time we're going to have to do it. But we are here. The place we had seen at the grave. This is where the vessel was. And just from first looks, there doesn't seem to be any other anglerfish here, thank God. And the fog is also different. It's like brighter. It's like more yellow. But we've been hearing about this for so long. This is the ship that the Nomai traveled here on. So, I'm sure whatever's here is going to be pretty crazy. We can see what's left of the Nomai who never actually got to the escape pods. Okay. We have a door there that seems to be closed. Some more doors. We do have a hallway over here. Whoa. And I really hope there's oxygen. Oh, okay, yes there is. Oh, thank God. Okay. So, here we are. In the vessel. What is this? Oh, this is the warp core. Okay. But as we had learned on Brittle Hollow, it is broken. So this ship truly can't... Yeah. Doesn't seem to power it. So that's a bit upsetting. Here we have something. Doesn't seem to do anything. I'm imagining we would need to give the ship power before we could activate it in this way. Same for this, I'm guessing. Oh, it's kind of hard to... Oh, never mind. We have something here. I'm guessing this is where we control the ship. This is okay, you know what? This is where we put in the coordinates. Here we have a little thing. I'm recording now. I've never encountered anything like this. The signal the vessel is receiving appears to be older than the universe itself. This is our first contact with anything of this nature. Everyone, prepare to warp immediately. Eskal, wait. I need more time to send out the outgoing message. Shouldn't we tell another clan where we're going? We can send the message upon arrival. This extraordinary signal appeared suddenly. It may disappear just as quickly. We can't lose a discovery this incredible. Focus on preparing the warp instead. I understand. Anona, is the vessel ready to warp to the signal's approximate coordinates? The warp core is powered, but this will be a significant jump. Afterward, we'll need time to recharge the core. That shouldn't create a problem, provided we arrive at or near the signal source. Everyone, we're ready to warp. So that was probably immediately after they found the eye of the universe. In fact, it seems the signal is still actually etched into this computer or whatever this is. This was what they originally saw. This is what started everything. Oh, I am out of fuel, and we're using oxygen as our propellant, but that is okay, just because there's an endless supply of oxygen here. Whoa. I wish we could activate gravity somehow. Okay, we're going up now. Whoa. Anything up here? Yes, there is. That's an orange. Okay. To any Nomai clans whose vessels can hear this message. It's clear the universe is dying. Actually, hold on, I'm going to turn my... Yeah. There are fewer and fewer resources and safe places within space now, so my clan and I believe the best option is for all of our clans to stay together. If you can reach the Gloaming Galaxy, we've found that Blackrock suns are fairly stable, and life in the star system is comparatively thriving. We live in relative safety. If you prefer to continue exploring alone, know that you will be on your own. Kanna, we're making our way to you. It's good to hear from you, Bromi. We'll watch for your vessel. Has anyone heard from Neem? His clan was on its way to our vessel, but they've never arrived, and he hasn't sent any messages. I'm beginning to worry. That is unsettling. It reminds me of that old myth my grandfather used to tell, the disappearance of Eskal. I remember hearing that story as a child. One day, Eskal's vessel simply stopped responding. The other clans searched and searched, but found no trace. It was as if their missing friends had warped out of existence. That's no myth, friends. Eskal's clan existed, and their story was real. Whoa, what curious event to have passed into myth. Our ancestors' ancestors were told that story when they were young. Are you sure it's true, Hyssop? It was a very long time ago, but yes, my clan's ancestors searched for Eskal's clan for a long time, but in the end, none of them were ever seen again. It's the only time in our history a vessel has ever disappeared this way. Hyssop, I know you aren't comparing Eskal's story to my clan's vessel. Neem, my friend, we feared you were gone. Not yet we aren't, but nearly. We found trouble during our warp. The triple suns of Bright Spark star system exploded, and it was only a lucky coincidence we weren't caught in the blast. We'll meet you soon, Kana. I'm relieved your clan is safe, Neem. It's good to hear your words. Any vessels nearby, remember to be extremely cautious of potentially unstable stars, which is most of them now. Oh man. We had heard about the other Nomai clans, and this appears to be some type of live message board. But it confirms what Sherritt had been speculating on. Indeed, the universe is dying, and it's not just isolated to our little area here. Everywhere seems to be suffering the same problems as we. And actually, Eskal, we're actually aboard Eskal's vessel right now. If you remember, just down there, Eskal's name popped up. So apparently, the disappearance of the Nomai clan that we've been following all this time has passed into myth. Oh, hey, there's some more stuff over here. It's a myth to the other, the Nomai. So that's interesting. And we're probably the only living creatures in the universe that know what happened to their clan. This is Eskal's vessel. Something went badly wrong during our warp and our vessel is mortally wounded. We need help as quickly as possible. Our vessel appears to have... Has it fused with the local environment somehow? There are vines that are now a part of the vessel. It's been torn apart from the inside itself. We're abandoning our vessel. Any Nomai clans or spaceflight capable species receiving this message, I implore you, we need your help. Is this broken? Can anyone hear me? Our vessel is dying. We need immediate assistance. Right, so they did try. In fact, it seemed so desperate that they were just reaching out to anybody, any living creature with spaceflight capabilities to help them, but it seems that they were only able to help themselves. And even that wasn't enough in the case of Escape Pod 3, and even in the long run with all that happened with the Interloper. Whoa. I do believe that that's almost everything that we need from here, though. But rest assured, we will be back. And, oh, no, I thought that was something new, but the thing just floated over there. Okay. Whoa, and I think that's everything we need in Dark Bramble. Thank God. We can leave this hell, and we didn't get jump scared, so that's cool. Or, well, not yet, since, again, just like the vessel, we will be back. At least we'll know what we'll be doing by that point, since somehow we'll need to find a replacement warp core. And if you remember, the Ashwin project is powered by a warp core. So, whenever we head down there, next episode, we'll have to see if we'll be able to remove the warp core somehow. And then maybe we can bring it here, input the coordinates for the eye, and see what happens. And actually, that would probably knock out two birds with one stone, since it's the Ashwin Project's time loop that's keeping us trapped here. So, by removing the warp core, we would be powering it down, freeing us from the time loop, putting us at risk of death, sure. But if we can get here, insert the warp core, and insert the coordinates for the Eye of the Universe, hopefully, wherever it takes us, will be safer than getting point-blanked by a supernova. I hope. Although, again, prospects aren't great. I'm just going to prematurely end the loop before before anything scary happens, so I'll see you back at the campfire. Okay, we're back. I'm so sorry for putting you through that, my love. Believe me though, I took no pleasure in it. I hate Dark Bramble with all my heart. Dear God, I'm so happy that we're done. But, on that note, we seem to have all the pieces we need now. And all that's left is for us to venture deep into the Ashwin project. And, well, I mean, I guess we'll have to find out in the next episode. So stay tuned. For now, though, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this one, even though it was spooky. And I will see you next time. Bye! I love you!